Let's have a look at some of 2015's best films, intimate works, comedies and politically engaged movies from around the world, each offering a unique vision through the eyes of its director. Grimur Hakonarson offers us a moving tale about rural Iceland in Rams. Two brothers, both sheep farmers, have been living side by side without speaking to each other for 40 years. An outbreak of scrapies, a highly contagious disease that attacks the sheep's brains, forces them to start talking again. With simplicity and humour, the director draws a loving portrait of a deeply rooted farming culture where values are solid and change doesn't come easily. Kiyoshi Kurosawa is known for his horror flicks, but this is not of that kind. Journey to the Shore is a love story about loss and the pain of mourning. It's the story of Yusuke, who invites Mizuki on a journey to meet those who were important to him. In fact, Yusuke is dead. He died 3 years ago. And he's making a shock return to the life of his widow. The journey takes them through rural Japan in a world of spirits and ghosts where dream and reality collide.
My defining characteristic is that I have a very beautiful smile.
So what is love? Greek director Yorgos Lanthimos asks the question in his latest film, The Lobster. And he does so in a rather unusual manner.
Totally synchronized.
The film is set in a society where celibacy has become a crime and where anyone who is single is arrested and sent to a hotel where they have 45 days to find their soulmate. If they fail, they're transformed into the animal of their choice.
I can't go much faster. These trousers are too tight. I'm sorry.
Pasta, pomodoro e basilico, però oggi pasta corta.
Mia Madre by Italian director Nanni Moretti paints the moving portrait of a woman faced with her mother's death. The movie revolves around Margherita, a successful film director. Between the demands of her professional life and her own trouble in accepting the loss of her mother, Margherita is caught in an emotional storm. Though Moretti chose a woman as the lead protagonist, the film is based on his own experience of loss. Among the most remarkable films of 2015, several were inspired by recent social and political events. Under the provocative title Arabian Nights, the latest effort by Portuguese director Miguel Gomes is a series of 3 feature-length volumes that mix deadpan magic realism with sobering social reportage. The director denounces the wild austerity which has plunged Portugal into its deepest crisis in decades. Mixing the factual and fantastic, the director gives a voice to those affected by rampant unemployment and paints a satirical portrait of the politicians and IMF experts who scrutinize the country's accounts. Franco-Turkish director Deniz Gamze Ergüven's debut feature Mustang is an ode to freedom that denounces a society dominated by an ultra-conservative morality. It's the end of the school year in a remote Turkish village. 5 orphan sisters join a group of boys from their class for some innocent fun at the beach. A scandalized neighbor reports them to their grandma, who accuses them of acting like whores. The girls are subjected to virginity tests and locked inside their home. An imprisonment that doesn't dampen the girls' taste for life. And The Second Mother is a comedy that explores social inequalities in Brazilian society. The film tells the story of a maid working in a high-class house in Sao Paulo. Considered a member of the family, Val has raised her boss's son as if he were her own. But she sleeps in a small room at the back of the house. One day, the maid's daughter arrives in town to pass her university entrance tests. She doesn't accept her mother's position as a servant. The balance within the household implodes. With this intelligent and humorous film, Brazilian director Ana Muelet avoids clichés and takes the viewer down unexpected paths. These are our choices, and how about you? Share with us your favourite films of the year through social media. We wish you a happy new year full of good movies.